A few weeks ago, I ranked 50 romance anime from best to worst, and your reactions were very wholesome. So today, I'm going to rank a few popular Isekai girls from best to worst. As usual, these are my rankings, so feel free to mention what's yours in the comments. Here's the tier rankings. S tier is the superior tier. A tier is the good tier. B tier is mid tier. F tier is for characters I hated the most, and U tier is for absolutely useless idiots. Everything is in alphabetical order and divided with timestamps, just like my previous video. Let's get started. Albedo Overlord. Once a wise man said, everyone needs a yandere in their life. And Albedo is so high in the yandere meter, even Ains has trouble controlling her. She was initially programmed to be a succumbus, so you can't blame the girl, but if you ask me, have that super OP clingy bodyguard that is also somehow love-obsessed with you is a good thing, but it can be a bad thing if you're the enemies. So this girl goes to the A tier. Alice Zuberg, Sword Art Online. Saber is my favorite anime girl, so when a girl similar to Saber appears in an isekai anime, I automatically start to like her.
Burst element.
But at least that was my initial thoughts. Alice is a pretty great character and another waifu available for our black swordsman ever-growing harem, but apart from that, I've seen this character template used too many times. Sorry Alice fans, she's going to B tier. Angelica Redgrave, trapped in a dating sim. Angelica as a character might be the same as a lot of noble girls, but what made me like her was the circumstances she was in.
Yes, being Leon's sister earns you no mercy from me.
That was freaking amazing! Angelica's the coolest!
I don't know what that was about, but it seems like you have a lot to deal with.
Normally, most noble girls are introduced as prideful tsunderes, but Mobuseka Angelica is the victim of a prideful tsundere. She gets rejected by her love interest in the public, and he later rejects her so hard, the dictionary had to add a new meaning to the word reject. But unlike a lot of love-obsessed female characters, she managed to change, transform, and have an actual character arc. And yeah, I think that's the whole reason why she goes to A tier. No other reason at all. Aqua Konosuba. She's a goddess, so you assume nothing could go wrong with this one, but then you hear her screaming. She's going to the U tier, a special tier dedicated to the most useless goddess in the entire anime universe. Asuna Yuuki, Sword Art Online. Kirito may be collecting girls faster than Thanos collecting Infinity Stones, but despite all that, a lot of fans still knew from the beginning that Asuna was the official waifu that Kirito wanted to end up with, but does that mean she's good? Yeah, she's better than the other girls, but for me, she's your average badass tsundere who still managed to have a family with the main character before the anime officially ended. B tier. Darkness Konosuba. No matter how many isekai girls exist, we all need a masochist who's desperate for attention. She might declare publicly to attack her when a serious battle's going on, but in the end, she is still an interesting character that a majority of the girls in this list. A tier. Emilia, ReZero. Who do you love?
I love Emilia!
Wait, I don't care. All I know is that this guy loves Emilia. He loves her so hard, it was basically become a meme at this point. But who is Emilia? Is she the purest isekai girl in existence, or is she the alter ego of a crazy witch called Satella? Nah, she's the official good girl, Mary Sue, who wants to spread goodness in this world. And that's pretty sad because ReZero is all about suffering. Emilia goes to A tier. Echidna, ReZero. Echidna is Emilia, but better. When she gives you a cup of tea, you drink it eagerly before and after knowing what her tea is actually made of. She has made one of the most charming voices in the entire series, but at the same time, she could be one. But despite coming out of nowhere and still in the Windows XP start screen, Echidna is still charming when you compare her with the rest of the cast. It is that same feeling you get when you have a main character like Makima. You know something's wrong with the girl, but you still watch it curiously to know how she's going to end up to be an evil overlord. There is even a good analogy for this.
My relationship with this game is like an abusive boyfriend. He keeps hitting me, but I'm like, no baby, I still love you, and I come back for more and more. And at the end of the day, my ass is sore.
Superior S tier. Filo, Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know how to judge Filo. She could become a bird. When was the last time we had a character who could become a bird? Huh? But despite being able to turn into a really big bird, there isn't much to speak about Filo. She's your average isekai must-protect waifu who comes from time to time and is used to cure the depression the show was building up for. She goes to B tier. Katarina Claes, My Next Life as a Villainess.
私は乙女芸の悪役令嬢
I love bad girls. Wait, don't quote me on that one. But bad girls add a twist to the story that good girls can't give. So when Katarina was said to be the villainess, I was actually happy to see an official bad girl villainess in an isekai. The result? Well, it was kind of mixed. The bad girl I was expecting was actually a bad girl trying to be a good girl, and if there was anything special about her, that specialty soon faded away. Sorry folks, she goes to the B tier. Megumin Konosuba. Megumin. Now she's special.
エクセプロージョ
Despite fainting after every explosion magic, she feels like the only person who adds to Kazuma's group. Magic isn't the thing she's good at. Whenever she appears on screen, she adds a charisma that this show desperately needs. On one side, we have a useless goddess, and on the other side, we have a masochist. So the only person who can balance them out is a skilled Crimson Demon magician.
ごめんなさい引っ張らないでくださいやめろ
We're sending the best girl of the show to S tier. Myne, Ascendance of a Bookworm.
お前、プヒッと泣いてみろ。
プヒ
よし。
Myne is that smart girl you rarely find in an isekai these days. She's obsessed with books, she's straightforward and determined, and is basically the protagonist a show like Ascendance of a Bookworm deserves. But apart from all that, she's your average good girl who likes everyone around her to be happy. B tier. Malty Melromarc, Rising of the Shield Hero. This Malty is someone you should stay away from. If you see her start coming at you with a down bad look on her face, then you need to turn back and start running. She's a liar, cheater, backstabber, and Google any other character trait a villain should possess and she has it.
ごめん、ああ、忘れ。それどころじゃなくなったんだ。行こう。
元康様
She got the punishment she deserves, but that doesn't mean she's going to be on my best girls list. She was created to make us hate her, so she goes to F tier. Olivia, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
リオンさんどうしてですかリビアって呼んでくださいよ
Olivia is the Emilia in the Trapped in a Dating Sim storyline. She's good, she's wholesome, and she's like that shed of light that desperately shines on the overpowered main character. I've seen this character trope a lot of times, and even though Trapped in a Dating Sim is one of my favorite isekais so far, I still need to put her on the B tier. Hopefully, she'll get some more improvement in Season 2. Raphtalia, Rising of the Shield Hero. Raphtalia is a Shield Hero's main marketing material after the Revenge arc ended. She's the wholesome ray of sunshine that fell upon Fumi after he was betrayed. Ever since then, she had been appearing in a lot of the best girl lists. She feels like that perfect waifu Nafumi could have. She's badass, she knows how to protect herself, and most of all, she adds a level of wholesomeness this show desperately needs. For me, she's a solid A tier. Rem ReZero. Rem is not just a girl, she's a lifestyle. She isn't your regular waifu, she's the holy mother of all waifus. Did you know that if you plug a Rem into your computer instead of a RAM, your computer immediately turns wholesome? You should try that out sometime. This same Rem could also be a murdering psychopath, but we're gonna ignore all that and just acknowledge her wholesome side. Am I being biased? Hell yeah I am! She goes to S tier. Sei Takanashi, Saint's magic power is omnipotent.
やめて
We need need a smart medic in our list from time to time. Sei is a girl who is appointed as a saint, but then got kicked out because a different girl turned out to be the new saint. She said screw it and decides to open her own local herb shop. From the outside, Sei might look like your generic good girl, but as you watch the show, you see there's a certain charm to her. She goes to A tier. Shalltear Bloodfallen Overlord. If you can't have the Andre, you can have the, vampire Andre? She might not be down bad like Albedo, but she is still obsessed with the holy lord of all skeletons. Choosing between Albedo and Shalltear might be a tough choice for others, but it's not a tough choice for me. Albedo has this perfect charm that makes you root for her, while Shalltear is your typical vampire lolly character. But she's still a good character, so at least she deserves to be in the B tier. Snow. Combatants will be dispatched. The moment I realized combatants will be dispatched was written by the same author who wrote Konosuba, I knew there was going to be some interesting female characters. Meet Snow. She's a badass warrior, but she's also greedy for money. She looks like a noble from the outside, but is willing to do anything for some extra gold. In a world that tries to write the perfect one-dimensional isekai girls, a character like Snow feels refreshing to watch. A tier. Tanya, Saga of Tanya the Evil. We're going to finish off with something evil. Oh, you thought an undead vampire lolly was scary? Nope. Just wait for the psychopath lolly who is good with guns and doesn't hesitate to shoot anyone that comes in their way. She has a bloodthirsty and sadistical ego combined with one of the rarest female lasts of all time. It's not every day you get a crazy nut job like her for an isekai girl, so the psychopath goes to the superior S tier. So there goes my rankings. As usual, feel free to murder each other in the comments section and drop a like if your tastes are similar to mine. Even if you drop a dislike, that won't be visible since YouTube has disabled the dislike count. With that happy note, I'll see y'all in the next video.